Welcome back to the Crispy Cack Attack. I am Crispy.
I am Cack.
What are we doing today,
Oh, it's been a while, man. It's been even longer since we got something that we really liked. 2 out of these boys.
Yeah. I definitely didn't. I didn't mind Magma. Magma was a good time.
It had no staying power though. After it turned out a bunch of times and I was done.
Definitely, we tend to lean towards the heavier side of the spectrum when it comes to music. So
it just didn't have as much going on, man. It didn't.
The way have, fresh and Lanfins was.
We are, of course, speaking of the mighty
Gojira.
Gojira.
French band who have led the way and paved the path for many a band in the
moving in,
forthcoming,
taking on more progressive elements while still wanting to maintain a fucking overall level of heaviness and
a huge
brutality.
Influence for us, not only artistically but as human beings.
Immensely. I think that it's quite easy to say for us, at least, that Gojira sit in the ranks of like one of our all-time favorite bands. Up there with the boys in Dahlia and whatnot. It's just like, as far back as I can think, as being like a huge fucking influence and a huge this huge sort of source for wisdom and guidance in a way that I've pulled a lot from their lyrics, man. I've got lots out of their lyrics over the years.
For sure.
Very introspective, very deep, very thought-provoking stuff. There's, which just adds to just how intelligent their composition is as well. I mean, dude, we don't really need to prattle on because Gojira just speak for themselves.
Y'all probably already know if I'm
back catalogue, man. If you don't, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, if you don't, then
we can't help
you need to sort that out.
Yeah, not even we can fucking help you there. They finally dropped a new tune after 2016's Magma, which I thought was really disappointing. Had a couple of standout tracks. It wasn't a shit album, but easily ranks, I think, as the weakest Gojira album. Easily.
That's wrong because it's actually their strongest. It has the most airtime, has the most play.
Absolutely.
It's their most popular record.
Yeah.
So you're wrong, Cack Man.
Well, I mean, it's interesting that that's considered when seeming like this overall fan consensus as well do lean towards Magma being kind of the weakest of the lot, which is always usually the case when it comes to this stuff, is the least outer worldly, the most kind of like refined and mainstream accessible record is good. It's the same with Mastodon, man. They've never been bigger, and of course, they've leaned in a much more linear mainstream direction with their sound, and there's a lot of older fans that don't like the direction. I see that with a lot of older Gojira fans, people who came in like with me, like the Lincoln from Master Serious was my entry point to Gojira. So
exactly.
It's definitely a turn for the worse in my opinion.
Yeah. It's really hard when you've kind of got when you're really kind of locked into that and they have this change. I mean, again, not to say like a little bit more. Let's say it's a little bit more easy listening.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, for sure. That'll be, I try obviously keeping things as spoiler free, but I have noticed that there's a lot of discerning voices on this new track, Another World, as well.
Okay, so we got a bit of a polarized.
Yeah, we do have a lot of division here. People saying that a lot of people saying like, it's okay, but even okay coming from Gojira is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And other people that are saying that no, it's actually quite weak.
Okay.
So I'm very interested to see what is going on.
It's different.
Very fucking different.
The artwork is quite different from what we're used to.
But again, isn't that kind of par for the course with Gojira? Everything they kind of do is sort of something that we don't see coming.
Yes.
So they're very good at for better or worse, they're good at subverting expectations. So
100%.
I, for one, it's Gojira. I'm interested, and I guarantee I'm going to enjoy it to an extent. But
we definitely talked enough shit. Let's fucking do the song.
Let's do it.
Another World.
Definitely Gojira. Definitely Gojira. Yeah. Statement. Classic Gojira. Yeah, that was very cool.
Bit of a blend of Gojira styles in that one.
I got some mild, like, Born in Winter kind of vibes from that. Yeah, kind of that second phase Lon Fun.
It was a little bit. It was like it was a bit simpler than Born in Winter.
Yes,
simpler than what that was.
Again, it kind of feels like kind of this blend of like more leanings towards their last couple albums, but it still had that very kind of streamlined kind of magma kind of structure, whereas just kind of jumping between. There weren't too many curveballs. Although I will say that percussive bassy section in the mid section of the song was very, very fucking cool.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't like heaviest matter of the universe or anything like that. But I think it's safe to say that era is probably at an end.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that with that that's probably not going to happen again. Gojira seems that they have moved past that. The heavier sort of side.
More blastier leanings of their early years, which I'm not against, but, I feel like, if they can keep...
I'm not for it either.
Well, man, I mean, that was a much more interesting song than anything we got off Magma, so it's unfortunate if we get...
I'm probably not going to agree with that. I think as far as interesting, I mean, really, there was only 2 riffs in that song. There was really only 2 riffs in that song. Really, it's just the way that they pieced it together.
Yeah.
They managed to make a whole song out of 2 riffs. It's just
absolutely. I feel like those 2 riffs at least were a lot more engaging. And at least
I mean, some of the Magma songs had some really fucking like obscure type sounds on them as well. Like the classic Gojira sounds, that the pick scraping, the fucking slides, the fucking the
something that was very much absent from this track. Notice the absence of pick scrapes.
Exactly. Yeah. So
absolutely. Very interesting.
What did you good motherfuckers reckon of this track?
Do you love it? Do you hate it? Where are you fucking sitting?
Where do you sit it on the old Gojira spectrum?
Yeah, on the old spectrum of Jira. Yes, indeed. Fucking leave a like in the comments if you feel like being an absolute fucking sick cunt. Subscribe as well, and we'll see you on the next one.
Fuck yeah.